As everybody knows, here in Arizona, during the summer months, monsoon makes everything a little bit unpredictable. I had a building that we had recently purchased. It was maybe 3 weeks old into our portfolio, and I had 300 roof squares blow off the roof. And I got notified because the tenants working overnight were like, hey, all of a sudden a massive chunk of the roof just came off and it's now raining inside the building. This particular tenant was challenging because they distribute oxygen hoses. So they were very strict on like contaminants and making sure the building was airtight and all of these things. And then 300 roof squares come off and it's just pouring rain into the building. And the first person I thought to call was Ed. Ed got his guys out there, quickly determined what the issue was, and then helped us work with the manufacturer to get things repaired in a quick and timely fashion. 300 roof squares is a pretty big area. You can't just temporarily patch that. So they basically had to go through and refasten everything and waterproof it until we could get the material from the manufacturer and get it replaced. And the biggest challenge with that whole project was the manufacturer was saying that it wasn't caused by the wind. They were just refusing to take acknowledgement for the fact that it was a defect. And Ed helped us argue the case and say, you know, this was a defect in the material itself and not like a workmanship error. And I don't know that we would have been able to get it done without Ed's help. I think after experiencing that, we kind of realized that there's a big gap in weather technology and like what we see day to day. And, you know, really our only option up until that point was to check weather.com or something along those lines. In the case of that roof, I actually had to reach out to the Air Force Base and be like, do you guys have any weather data that can support that this was like not over the amount that the roof was rated for? Like this wasn't over 65-mile-an-hour winds. And they were like, no, it was under that. And so that was one of the final things that like caused them to approve it, was we had that data, but they fought it every step of the way. So with BEAMS machine, you're eliminating all of that problem. You're getting real-time weather info. The monsoon season, there's like pockets of water in certain areas. Like one area could be totally dry, and then 20 miles down the road, they could be getting 5 inches of rain. And we only get 7 inches of rain here usually the whole year, and roofs just aren't built to withstand that. So the BEAMS machine really cuts into that and makes sure that you're set up for success and not being reactive, you're being proactive. Like, you know what's happening at your building. And then the fact that global dispatches, when they get an alert, is an even bigger key, because now I'm not having to wait for tenants to call me and say, hey, I'm having a leak issue. Like, global already knows and is already there before I can even get that call. So that's super helpful. With the BEAMS machine, I think going forward, we're really going to be at an advantage over the other competitors in the space, given that we'll be able to be proactive on roof repairs and roof leaks that could cause a massive impact to tenants' workflows and things of that nature. It gives us confidence knowing we can tell our tenants like, hey, our roofs are protected. We're not just flying into this blindly. As we all know, nothing's built perfectly. And if you get too much rain, your scuppers will clog, your overflow scuppers will clog, and your roof will just start to fill with water. And the BEAMS machine is gonna tell you before it even gets close to that. So you're not looking at a catastrophic insurance claim. You're looking at, oh, we had a roof leak and it's fixed and it costs you a couple grand as opposed to a $500,000 roof replacement. It pays for itself. It really does.